seekers of the world. Team Dale is now in effect. Welcome back. I am really excited about this week. We have a lot to cover because it's the last week, right, of the year. And in typical business coaching, we always rely on December, which is also, at least in the real estate world, a typically slower month for sales. So what we focus on is scheduling and all of the vision work that's required in order to set up our next year, right? And so that's kind of why I started this program, in early December, so that I could have a good month, right? To get myself prepared, like we've talked about before, right? That I'm really just, kind of charging in the starting blocks a little bit, right? Getting myself together, right? Kind of like pulling myself together. And you've seen how much work, right, is required in order to just get our heads on straight, right? In order to get clear about the vision, about where we're going, what we're doing, right? And that's the exciting stuff, but it's not the work, right? And people get confused. What's the work? What's not the work, right? Are you going to work on your marketing? Right? Send out postcards, hope the business comes to you? Or are you going to go out and get it? Right? So that's what we're doing here. And we haven't even done the scheduling part, which I'm super excited about. I keep talking about it, and I know that it's coming up this week. But I had another experience that I wanted to talk about today, because there's just two more pieces that I really want to do this week before we go into January and actually start the work, okay? But again, I've needed time to get clear on all of these things, and I'm still not fully there yet, and that's fine, because I have enough clarity to begin, right? Again, like, what's in my target? Gosh, that's just, that's really so much of the work is just getting clear, gaining clarity about where we're headed, right? Why we're going there, all that good stuff. So, the two pieces we're going to be doing this week are joy. Yay! I can't wait for that one. That's one of my favorites. We're going to be using that one because I want to show you how to install your own joy button, right? It's just right there. And you can leverage it anytime you want, right? Because any emotions that you can experience within yourself, right? Any energy, right, that you can bring unto yourself, right? Either through accident or on purpose, right? That's something that you hold within yourself. And it's something that you can create for yourself, right? Because the world doesn't live out there, it lives in here, right? And what happens in here is within our control. So that's where we focus, right? Because it often feels like in the world there's so little that we can control, and it's so not true. It's so not true. And I'm so excited to start talking about the books, which is going to happen soon, I promise. Because all of these things are explained kind of in a fable, right, of this character that's loosely based on my life. Right? And I wanted to show you the evolution of the spirit, right? Of what it's like for this character, this fictional character named Jack, right? As he's finding his way in the world from someone who's very lost, right? And has experienced horrific abuse, right? And how he starts the work, right? How he, right, starts to understand what's within himself, how he starts to understand how to level up, right? And the journey that he goes on, which isn't just out there, it's in here. And I wanted to write a book that would walk people through how we evolve in our minds, right? What that evolution is like, right? The process, right? Of changing your everything, right? But we're not there yet. We're here this week, this beautiful week between Christmas and New Year's, right? Where we get to do our last evaluation of where we're going, right? Where we're headed, right? And how we want to be in the world. So joy is coming up. Scheduling is coming up. And they're beautiful sides, right, of the brain. Scheduling being very left brain oriented, right? and joy being of the right brain. And we're going to learn about those things and how we access them and how you understand your different lenses that you have within yourself, whether it's your heart-based consciousness, right? Whether it's your higher mind, whether it's your spirit, what you're connecting to, right? Which lens are you putting on to view the world? So we're going to be doing that, installing our joy button. You're not going to want to miss that one. I'm super excited about it. And we're also going to be doing scheduling, right? And so with those two pieces, hopefully that'll really launch us, right, into the following year with purpose and clarity. Okay? So that's where we're going. But that's not why we're here today. Why we're here today is to talk about love. Oh, the greatest thing in the world, right? The thing that keeps hearts beating. The things that keep all of our cells in alignment and contained, right? The things that is the stuff in between the stuff, right? The good stuff, right? That stuff that makes you feel a certain way when you walk into a room just to be in the presence of another. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Because love often gets confused when in conjunction with other things, right? Like institutionalized bigotry, right? You all know my position on that. I've been very, very, very clear about that. That one cannot belong to and fund in any way institutionalized bigotry against other humans and think you're doing well in life. That is not the purpose of us, but that is the purpose of a lot of these institutions, to create division, to create judgment, right? And there's enough of that. And that has to end. Because religion is very much based in judgment. However, when we look at the definition of love, right? Love is defined as the absence of judgment. I want you to sit with that for a second. Love is defined as the absence of judgment. So there is no love in an institution that says those people are bad, those people are unworthy of marriage, right? You go anywhere near an institution that says that about my holy marriage, I will come out swinging. That's it. That's it. That is it. Okay? For me, that is a hard line in the sand, and you cannot participate in that kind of bigoted nonsense and say that you're a decent human in the world. That is not our purpose, right? And if you want to belong to that and you want to say, well, I'm fixing it, go ahead, but do not be anywhere near me. Do not be anywhere near me, okay? Because I'm not playing here. I want to play you just a little bit of my holy, sacred wedding vows that I said to my husband. And I meant every word. And maybe this will help clarify who I am a little bit to this world. Because when I said those words, I knew that that was my charge moving forward. Okay? Just watch for a second. All right. John, Harold, Ellen. When we first met, I was a year out of a relationship. That left me questioning whether I could find what I really wanted in a mate. But even more importantly, did it exist? Did someone exist who could always put love and kindness first? Regardless of life's trials and circumstances, I cannot tell you how completely caught off guard I was by you. For there you were. Breathe. The answer to that very question. You are kind, generous, mature yet still a big kid at heart. Plus on top of it, you're loving and sweet. Oh, and insanely good looking and sexy. But what I noticed first was your kindness. So John, Ellen, thank you for your kindness.
Breathe, honey.
You made my heart whole again when I did not know if it could be put back together again. So today, on our wedding day, in front of our most cherished family and friends, I wanted to make the 4 following vows. Number 1, as your husband, I vow to always remain mindful of how gentle and delicate your heart is. So I promise to always hold your heart in my hands with the gentlest of touch, and to never forget that responsibility, privilege, and profound honor. I promise that you are safe and that I got you. Number 2, I promise that as your spouse, I will always stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and when needed, help you let them have it. Right? This is our inside joke.
Yes.
But it's also a really real vow as well. I promise to always meet you shoulder to shoulder. I promise to be your best friend, partner in crime, confident, and half of the equation of mystery, drama, and endless shenanigans. Number 3, John Allen, I vow to do my best. I promise to take care and to provide for you, to work hard every day to make a comfortable life and future for us, no matter what life might throw at us. I promise to suit up and show up every day to make your life a better one. And finally, John Allen, I promise this marriage is for life. I promise to fight for you and for us. So whether that means fighting for us when our egos get in the way, or fighting some messed up ideology that says we cannot be together because we don't physically look right, I promise you, I will fight. Consider this challenge accepted, and I will not let anything or anyone stand in our way. You got me, because I got you. And again, I am in all the way. For rich or for poor, hopefully not. In sickness and in health, I will be there for you and for the rest of your days. I love you and can't wait to be legally your husband. I just want you to understand what my marriage means to me, okay? Because it is everything. It is everything. John is my world. John is my family. John is my love. He is the reason I get up in the morning, and he's the one I turn to when there are problems, right? He's my solid rock. And I cannot imagine this life without him. That is sacred. That is holy to me. And I will do whatever it takes to protect that, because my entire life I have had to fight to be in love in the way that I am today. And I do not take that for granted. And if you come anywhere near an institution that threatens that, if you go anywhere near an institution that holds judgment on my family, it's not going to be pretty, because I'm done with that. That ends. That old way of thinking is done. And you are a bigot if you belong to a bigoted organization. It's not difficult. It's very plain, right? These words have actual meanings, right? So, I just want to also be clear about the difference between love, right, and a boundary, okay? When I hold that boundary that you are nowhere near my life if you are actively involved in a bigoted organization against my family, right? I hold no judgment on you. You are perfectly welcome to go and do that, but somewhere else, not in my life. You are nowhere on my island of safety if you participate in that kind of judgment and poisonous thought behavior, because that hurts people. That hurts me, right? That hurts my family and all the families like mine, right? So love, right? It's a way that we inhabit non-judgment. That doesn't mean we forego things like discernment and boundaries. I think that's where a lot of people get tripped up, right? And so we have clearly defined lanes of what those things are and what those things mean. I have very, very, very clear set boundaries, but that's not meaning that I'm judging the people on the other side of the moat. That just means that they're not coming across the bridge onto my island of safety if they're participating in poisonous thought behavior, right? That doesn't work. That doesn't work anymore, right? And so sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is say no from a place of love. Any parent understands that this is possible when you have a child who is misbehaving, right? You're not judging them, right? But you are correcting them. You're setting a boundary. You're saying this is okay, that's not okay, but you're not judging them, right? And so we just have to be clear on what is love, right? We are here to help the world resonate with non-judgment, right? To restore Gaia, right? The entire existence, the planet as a one living being to that place of non-judgment, right? So again, I don't have judgment on those people. If they want to go and be Catholic or Mormon or whatever they want to do that participates in judgment, that's on them. And they are more than welcome to go do that, because we all know that there are many paths to the top of the mountain. And if your path is through Mormonism, that is fine. Go do that, but do not be anywhere near me. Okay? And I hope that you fix it. I hope that you go out and you do the right thing and you set up your little LGBT Mormon whatever. Go do it, right? But that's on you, because you're living in service to your own ego, because you can't leave. So you're trying to carve out a little gray area within the bigoted organization that says, I'm still a good person, even though, yay, like I'm here living in this institutionalized bigoted life, right? So you want to go do that. That's very, very, very duplicitous to me, right? Because you're trying to serve two masters. It's not clean. It's not clean to live that way, but that's on you. And you're welcome to go and do that, right? So go do that, but you're not in my world. That's it, okay? So I just wanted to be really clear about that. I wanted to talk about love because I understand that it can sometimes be a little bit confusing, because we've been taught that we should all just hold hands and kumbaya, and that's love. Well, it's not love when what you're asking me to do is hold hands and kumbaya with people who hold openly bigoted, beliefs about my family. There's no way. And the thing is, I wouldn't expect any different from you. If I joined an organization that held openly bigoted beliefs about your family, you would come out swinging. That wouldn't be okay to you, right? I wouldn't expect that. So I hope we all arrive at an understanding around that, because I want to be really clear. You show up next to me and you try that nonsense with me that you belong to a bigoted organization and you're on my side, it's not going to be pretty. I do not tolerate that for 1 second. No way. But that's a boundary, not a judgment, right? Go do it, but go do it over there, not in my world, okay? So I hope that was a little bit clear. I know it's a little bit of a repeat on the same topic, but I just had a situation yesterday that was very disappointing. Someone who I've always looked up to online in the quilting world just came out openly, promoting Catholicism. And it's disappointing to me because I want my elders from my community setting a better example and not leaning into this gray area of, oh, well, I can participate in a bigoted organization, but I myself am clean. What? It doesn't work that way, right? You do not have the ability to self-absolve, right, from the institution to which you are giving service, right? So that's it for today. I want to thank you so much for this. I am super excited about the rest of this week. Like I said, next we'll be doing joy. That's going to be fun. And then we're going to be doing scheduling. And then we're really going to be getting into the work once January comes. And I have something that's so exciting. I can't wait to unwrap it and show everybody. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.